Today's segment is on grilling that perfect burger. We're going to use grass-fed beef, and the biggest difference for me in cooking grass-fed beef is the way it smells and the way it tastes. It's a much more, if it can be, more beefy flavor. So we have some local grass-fed beef, and whenever you're doing ground meat, unless you grind it yourself, you often have to cook it more than some of us would like. So the recipe that we got together for perfect burgers is a way to keep it moist enough so that it's not dried out and crumbly, and yet done enough to not so you're out of harm's way in terms of bacteria. So the recipe that we put together has a panada, which is a binder of kind of a paste of milk and breadcrumbs with a little bit of seasoning with Worcestershire sauce and a little garlic. And you crumble that together, and you crumble your beef over it, and you form it into a nice patty. Our patties are formed as a little dimple in the end, in the center, so that when it cooks up flat. If you ever made that burger where you made it perfect when it was raw, when it cooked, it looks like a meatball. This is a little thumbprint dimple in the center, takes care of that. We're going to grill those, and then in addition, in this segment, we'll talk about condiments. Homemade mayonnaise, one basic version, and then there's 3 options you can stir in other things to really take something very plain and simple to something really special for your entertaining, your patio. Got an herb mayo, we got a zesty sriracha mayo, and we also have a classic aioli that is made with garlic and Tabasco. In addition to that, there's a couple other recipes for a make your own mustard. It has cream, it starts with dry mustard. It's a really super creamy, delicious. And then there's a zesty burger sauce recipe in there as well. So all those together with some great burgers. We're going to grill them up, and then we'll see how we did in terms of whether they're juicy or not. So we made it out to the grill. We got our burgers. I did make a little mix of salt and pepper, so I'm not lugging those things out here. That way if my hands touch the burgers and go back in the salt, it's a great way to use it on the grill. Outside, then you can just throw it away. No worry about contamination. So a little mix of salt and pepper there. My favorite tools that you have to have for your grill. One includes a great set of tongs. And this particular brand that we have here is completely green sustainable bamboo handles. It's got recycled stainless steel. Great tools. Pretty durable, and they won't set you back so much that you can't. If you happen to leave them out and they get a little soggy, it's okay. Check the editor's picks out and you'll see these tools in there. But a great set of tongs and a nice wide flat spatula. A tool that is absolutely one of my favorites that we're actually not going to use today based on what we're cooking is this pigtail. Super for steaks, chops, roast, any big pieces of meat, ribs on the grill. You can simply handle them very delicately and easily with one nice pigtail. Also, if you're going to do any kind of fish on the grill, a nice flexible spatula is really important too. And this is one that's in the same company as the recycled stuff, but it's a nice bendy flexible. You can totally work it on the grill and move stuff around. Lastly, I don't guess when stuff's done. The easiest way to do it is to check with the thermometer. I'll actually show you when we do these burgers. If you have any doubt whether a steak is done, don't cut it in half. You lose all your moisture that way. Simply temp it. We'll talk about the temperatures, but get yourself a decent digital quick read thermometer, and it makes it so much easier to tell when stuff's done. For burgers today, 165 for ground meat, always. Okay, let's get started on the grill. A little salt and pepper mix we brought out. Make sure our dimples are still in place on those burgers. Then to prepare the grill, I like to use what's called a mop. I just take a couple pieces of an old towel that's got vegetable oil on it. Got my grill really nice and hot. And I'm just going to rub this on the grates. It'll keep the burgers from sticking. So lay those burgers right on there. Right over the high heat. Start to hear them sizzle right away. It means you actually get a nice heat level. If you're cooking on charcoal, I usually keep it uncovered. When I'm doing gas, I like to pull the top down a little bit. So I'm going to shut this down, let it go about 3 minutes, and we'll see where we are. Okay.
The fancy cheese variations for the soup.
It's Israeli wrap.
Legal.
Huh? What do you think?